Okay, I'm 25 years old, and I've had a lot of hobbies. Okay, a lot of hobbies I don't do anymore. And I get some criticism from people saying, oh, what was even the point? You don't do them anymore. It's not sustainable. You need a sustainability max. And I totally get where they're coming from. And for a long time, I reflect on these things and think, was I wasting my time? And I don't think so. And I'm going to tell you why. Okay, ever since I was a kid, I was obsessive about the things I did. When I played baseball, I was going to be the last one off the field, and I was going to be practicing even afterwards, just because I loved it. I just loved it. If it was a video game, I was going to look up every single guide, I was going to get all the gear, and I was going to figure out how to be the best at it. A job, I was going to be staying late for sure. I was going to be researching after hours, how to be better at my role. And a lot of these things on their face have value. I mean, getting good at things that matter is important. But there are so many things that I got good at that do not matter. I'm gonna give you a list of all these things, okay? I got really into making music, okay? I got really good at acoustic and electric guitar. I did a bunch of research on like amps and like pedals and all that sort of stuff. Songwriting, I took like a bunch of courses on songwriting. Producing, I got slick with Ableton, okay? I knew all the shortcuts. Singing, I did a little bit of singing, okay? I wanted to be a singer. I realized it's very difficult for my voice, but I could do it if I tried hard enough. Audio engineering, I thought this was going to be my career, okay? I thought that was going to be my pivot from being a failed musician, was going into audio engineering. Business, okay? And all of these things I've thought about all day, okay? Copywriting, advertising, funnel building, email automation in general, actually. Design and sales. Sales was like my first career job, and I literally thought about it all day. It was like all consuming. Technology, okay, building websites, coding. Turns out I love to code. Coding applications, coding Raspberry Pi stuff, coding automations on my computer, coding small little everyday tasks. I love to code. But not like in a super like elitist way where it's like if you are using Claude, I'm gonna shoot you in the head. I'm a Claude enjoyer, okay? I'm a builder. I enjoy building stuff. Fitness, super into fitness. Okay, I did the starting strength, squats, deadlifts, bench press, barbell rows. I did all of those things because I loved it. I was regimented. I learned all about dieting. I counted all my calories. I was obsessive about getting strong, and I did. I got really into running. I got really into skating. I am getting into tennis, and I'm also getting into biking at the same time, okay? Triathlon on the way. And then entertainment. You know, this is like, depending on who you ask, is or isn't a hobby, okay? But reading, I made sure to read all the classics, okay? Because at one point, I wanted to be well read, aka I was a little bit elitist, and I wanted to be on the end, okay? Music, but everybody likes music, Brandon. Everybody loves music, but I had to like it in a different way, okay? I had to make sure I was up on all the new music. I knew all the classics, okay? I was looking at Anthony Fantano. I was looking at Pitchfork. I was looking at that one music rating website. I was listening to music. I was writing down my thoughts. I was getting really analytical, okay? Writing, I used to write every single day, every single night, just for fun. And of course, in video games, of course, like any other kid, you know, you get really into video games as a guy. And then the cologne. For whatever reason, I got super into cologne, where I was just like researching about it all day, trying to figure out how to make my own colognes, researching like what are the best ones. And so at any given point in time, like 80% of these things is something I thought about literally like all day, all night. It was the first thing I wanted to do when I got up. In fact, I rolled out of bed and did this thing like right after brushing my teeth, okay? That, I am obsessive. And right now, for me, that's tennis and biking. And if I had a little more spare change, I'd be purchasing a very expensive road bike, okay? But I have rules and regulations regarding picking up new hobbies, and spending a buttload of money in the beginning isn't one of them, okay? That's prohibited. But do I still do all of these things? No, I don't. In fact, I don't even do half of these things, okay? I haven't listened to like a full album in like a year. I haven't wrote a song in 3 years. Since Claude, since Opus came out, I've been realizing Claude is just much more effective at the types of applications I need to build for my clients. It just is. So it isn't as fun. And if I try to do a kickflip and I failed, it would seriously damage me, okay? So do I only do hobbies if I sustain them forever? No, of course not. I'm going to give you two things that are personal values of mine, okay, when picking up a hobby, okay? These are tactile values, okay? Number one is you get really good at learning to get good at things, okay? There's going to be a day where I'm going to be a dad, okay? My wife's going to be pregnant. I'm going to be a dad. You know what I'm going to be doing? Being obsessive about being a great dad, at least taking care of a baby and stuff like that. I'm going to be reading all day. I'm going to be watching YouTube videos. Probably going to be doing a course, okay? And that's because of the way that I am wired. And I'm going to be really good at getting good at being a dad because I've built up all these skills over my life which have taught me how to get good at something. So skill acquisition is the point here. You get really good at picking up new skills. The second thing, which is much less valuable in my opinion, okay, is being able to hang, okay? You're a man of culture. You are somebody who is plugged in. You're dialed in. You know the beat of the earth. If somebody wanted to go play tennis, you can hang a little bit. They're not going to smash you. They're not going to crush you. You're not the best, but you're decent. When you go out listening to music, you can appreciate it on a different level. The wine comes out with your steak at a restaurant. You're smelling the notes. You're tasting the chocolate. And maybe a client notices your guitar in the background, and you start a little chat around music. Connection. You can connect with people, and that's important. Versus if you only did one thing and focused on that one thing and you couldn't connect on anything else, you're only going to surround yourself with people who do that one thing, which is lonely. Now here's a secret piece of value. It's not tactile, okay? It's not something that you can just go and act immediately by knowing it, okay? But it is the most important one, and it is enjoying things. All the sustainability people, I get where they're coming from. They want to enjoy the things they enjoy for a very long time. But for me, the way that I enjoy things is by burning hot, by going hard, by doing things intensely. That's the way I enjoy things. I'm never going to halt myself. I'm not going to pump the brakes when I'm picking up a new hobby and say, you should do that less so that you can enjoy it for a longer period of time. Because I know the way that I enjoy things is by doing them intensely. And the times in my life where I have a thing that I'm crazed about, where I'm obsessive about, are the times where I enjoy my life the most. So if you're a little bit like me and you do things intensely, keep doing it, okay? Recognize that it might not happen forever, and that's the point.